information and going forward and having results with it. And I'm trying to just really get everyone to calm down and to be very professional and to speak in a calm tone and to present the information professionally, because that's how
are you finding, Maggie, that people are getting upset, and when they go ahead and they present, things turn chaotic and they get kicked out?
You know, it's a really hard thing to control our emotions when it's such a serious topic. And I know for myself, I think the first time I spoke, even to Peterborough Council, I would have adjusted that slightly. And I come off pretty toned down for the subject matter. But we are seeing people get really riled up, and it doesn't help our cause at all. And for instance, last night we had a deputation in Thorold in Niagara region, and 80 to 100 people came out for that. And it was their first time in Niagara showing up for a council meeting like that. And I did my deputation over Zoom, and I could hear the crowd, and I was texting my friend on the ground. I was like, keep them calm. But they did really good, though, for their first time. And I just think it's really important that we come off as the ones who are in control, and we don't need, our presence is enough. You know, when we fill those council chambers, they know that we're serious, because they're not used to seeing anyone show up. For 30 years, they've been sitting there with nobody paying attention. And it's, that time has passed, and people are realizing, you know, as boring as these council meetings can be, it's one little agenda item that will come through that will make all the difference. So
our friend Benita Peterson says that you've got something important coming up on March 27th out there. Are you going to be heading out for a live appearance or doing something on Zoom?
I'll be on Benita's show on the 27th, so I'll be able to go over everything on Benita's show. I would love to go out there, though, so we'll have to line that up at some point.
Maggie, what does this have to do with, because people are asking this question, and me too, with this intersectionality thing that's going on, the climate and now the Palestine thing, and of course the trans Tifa movement that's going on now, as we like to joke about it here. Are all these things tied together? Are you finding that a lot of this climate nonsense, the Iclei nonsense, is somehow tied with the trans movement?
It is. So the EDI ideology is coming through the Partners for Climate Protection program and other programs by the Federation of Canadian Municipalities. If you look at their website, they have two reports. One is on the climate, and the other one is on equity, diversity, and inclusion, and how they are implementing that into climate action plans. So that is where the rainbow flag and the rainbow sidewalk is coming from. It's the same program. So we're pointing this out, and we're also pointing out the fact that, once they adopt these programs into their council and their municipality, the councillors who oppose the UN directives and the EDI ideology face consequences. So they are brought before the Integrity Commissioner, and the Integrity Commissioner, who works for the municipality, is also bound to these UN directives because the council voted for it. So the way to get rid of all of that is to get rid of this one motion to adopt that program. And I like to show people, it's a 3-page resolution, motion adopted. And then what they'll do the strategic plan for the municipality, and they'll put that, the Partners for Climate Protection program will do that plan, and they'll do the survey for the plan. So the public gets to pick their top 3 sustainable development action items that they want done. And then there is no way out of that survey that they can't go back to the council and say, the public wants this. But the council doesn't even know that the Partners for Climate Protection program is even doing the plan or the survey. They think that the staff is doing it. So then you get a strategic plan on top of that. And then you get a healthy environment plan. And then you get your rainbow sidewalk plan. And then all these plans are piled onto that one resolution to join. So that's what we're doing. We're finding the original motion in each municipality going back to 1994 in some cases.
Wow.
We're pulling the rug out from it. So we get rid of it, right? And it seems to be working. So last night in Duro-Dummer, they were looking to pass their strategic plan. The consultants came in, did a presentation on it. The council saw that the room was full and I was on the agenda, and 5 other ladies, residents from the area, were on the agenda. And after the consultants spoke, they said they already knew that they weren't going to be passing this strategic plan, because I think that they've also been following the work, because that was our first win was there with the official plan. And so they know now that we know exactly how to help them. They know that we know how to help them now, and we're going to help them. And they didn't pass their strategic plan, and they're considering our recommendations, which means that they're considering opting out of that program. And
once they opt out of that program, they're out, and Iclei's out, right? They're done.
Yeah, that's it. It's completely voluntary. It's a voluntary program.
So you've got 500 plus municipalities who are a part of this thing all across our country, as I pointed out at the beginning of the show. That's a lot of work. How do you find that one motion under all those motions for the past 25, 30 years? Is there something to look for? Like, is there a red flag, or is it just you got to pour through these things until you find something that might be it?
Nope, not at all. So that is what the city staff is for. So we are putting the city staff to work, and we are emailing and calling them. And on the Iclei guide, there is some wording as far as how you might word your request. Basically, we point out the fact that the council of the corporation of the city of Peterborough passed a motion in 2000 to partner with the Partners for Climate Protection program. And we show them a link so that they can't say, oh, we don't know what that is. We'll give them the link so that they can see that they are on the map and on the list. And then we ask for them to go through the archive and find the motion, the original wording, the date, and the current elected official on file, and the current corporate staff on file, because they need 2 signatures on the file, and that's who the UN is downloading this information to. And in some cases, I don't know if that elected official is even fully aware of what's going on, even with the. I think it's more the city staff, and they are just.
Yeah, it's the bureaucrats. It's the bureaucrats, and this is at every level. We're talking, municipal and provincial and federal as well, and that's why, even if Poilievre pulls off a miracle tomorrow and gets this non-confidence motion to actually work and an election gets called, he may be able to clean up some stuff, but the bureaucrats, the ones who are actually, working on these plans, are the ones that need to be stopped. But what work you're doing is absolutely amazing. Have you had conversations with any city bureaucrats or any civic politicians one-on-one about this stuff? And if so,